Be that close to her. Come on, White!
I like how she doesn't even spell it. She's like, are you gonna fake T? You sound like a grown. You sound like a grown man. I can't breathe out of my nose. It's like stuff
He just said. He said bunt it. And then kick it as far as you can.
How are you not that cold?
Me?
Yeah, like your face.
I lived in Texas.
You can feel my face. Texas isn't that cold at night. Well, winter nights, yeah, but summer nights, they're not that cold.
Summer nights is freaking hot.
It's so humid.
I lived
there.
in Texas, and
You should have heard what someone said. So it was Kyle. I'm like, I technically have till I'm 22 to move out, but at 18, I either get to pick my mom or my dad. And my dad wants to move to Texas. And then Kyle was like, it's either steers or queers. What is queers?
Guys loving guys.
Oh. And then Natalie's like, watch her become a queer. And I'm like, no. And I'm like, he either wants to move to Texas, Idaho, or Utah.
Queers are gays.
I know. But he's over here like, I'm over here like.
And that's not what Texas people are. They're
no people who move to Texas. And I'm like, Natalie, you're moving to Texas. She's like, so I'm moving there with Junior. And technically, I don't want to go. And I'm like, well, I have a choice to stay here or go to Texas, Idaho, or Utah. And then Kyle's over here like, go to Utah. And I'm like, I want to go to
wherever Tara's going.
I want to go to Utah because if we go to Utah, you can get it. Because like the thing about Texas, he's like, I can get a big house for not that much money. Utah,
You can. You put all your retirement into it. That's what my dad's doing. They're getting land.
Utah, you can get a house, like a 2-story house, like a big house, or a manufactured house, like a big, and have so much land.
But Texas,
and it only
if you
costs
think about it, Texas has great schools depending on where you go. You have USA, which is University State Austin.
I want to go to a California. Oh no, I want to go to
Austin.
I want to go to University of Phoenix, Arizona.
You want to go there? I've always wanted to go to Phoenix.
I just not because like everyone's like, you know, you're gonna be dying of sweat, and I'm like, I either want to go to UCLA, Phoenix, or my last option is UCLA, another Los Angeles school. No, like UCLA is my very first choice. Then Phoenix, then Chico, then Shasta.
That's mine. Mine was Texas A&M Commerce. You know the school Steven wants to go to? That's the school. That was my dream school when I was 5 years old.
My dream school was always UCLA and Phoenix, because like
mine was Mine was Texas A&M, or mine was UC Davis.
UC Davis too. But you should have Miss Gross. Miss Gross was like, I came from Phoenix area. Like I went to the Phoenix school in Phoenix college in Arizona. And I was like, oh, I really want to go there. She's like, oh, you're gonna follow my footsteps? And I'm like, I'm gonna become a real teacher. She looked at me like, I was like, I'm gonna become a little kids teacher, which is a bright outlook for preschool teachers, and there also is a bright outlook for elementary special ed. But I don't want to do that because you have to change like their diapers and stuff a lot. So I want to become a middle school special ed. I want to be a third grade teacher and down, or I want to be a special ed teacher.
My dream.
Those are like my two jobs. Well, like, I always wanted to be a preschool teacher, like so bad. But I was like, I'll switch it up. I'll do any kind of teaching, like in that level. And if I don't get that, I will be a math teacher.
Like my dream schools were Texas A&M Commerce, USA.
I don't know what
University Stephen F. Austin. which is in Austin, Texas, which is the capital.
Yeah, my
Always
dad
been
said that he
really
was going to live in. I was like, where? So if you do move to Texas, where are you going to live? He's like, not in the big cities. I'm like, you won't live in Dallas. And my mom's like, no, he doesn't want to drive like 2 hours. Like, no, he doesn't want to have to leave his house 2 hours early just to get to work. And I'm like, it's Dallas, Texas. Everyone lives in Dallas, Texas.
Who?
Zach Heron.
I know where you're talking about. That's where I got all my clothes from when I was a child, Dallas, Texas.
No, but like he lives there, but
I live 2 hours away from Dallas.
But like he lives there, but like he's touring with his band. Well, he lives in Alabama, but like his family lives there, and I'm like, go home for Christmas. I could see him. Like that's like the first thing he's like, I'm not living there, and I'm like,
Like I lived in Shane. I lived in Paris. I don't know if you heard of that.
yeah.
You've heard of Paris?
Paris is. I don't. Fort
Way up
Bragg,
there.
yeah, like because Fort Bragg is at the end of Dallas, like towards the bottom. It's the other one. That's how I know.
Yeah, that's
Like, cause someone
our
asked,
hometown.
Because someone asked me, they're like, do you know where the Barbarians is? And I'm like, yeah, it's in the Caribbean. And they're over here like, how do you know that? And I'm like, I'm good at maps. Like in Davis's class, every map I pass, like I'll study it, like I'll write where they're supposed to go, and like I'll take a piece of paper and I'll draw out the map and I'll write it again. And then when we have our review test, I'll ace it. And then everyone's like, how do you know this? I'm like, it's easy. And then like, so whoever sits in front of me, because like sometimes I think out loud, I'll be over here like, A is Denmark, B is Norway, like stuff like that. Like I just talk it through. And then like England, like East Europe, I got that 100% correct. And they're like, how do you know this? I'm like, it was my dream to go to London, Paris.
My dream to go to Denmark. I've always wanted to go to school in Denmark, but
I always wanted to go to London and France. I wanted to go to London for the.
there's this thing. I don't know if you can do it, but I think you can do it. There's this thing. You go to Spain, France, and Italy, all three. $4,200. It's a 12-day trip, and it's with a school, but it's $4,200, and
No, but the school they want for sure. I want to go to France.
they're gonna go to the famous tour spots.
No, because I'm gonna go to Barcelona and Madrid. So for Barcelona, we probably won't be going there if they do for the
She's
school.
getting more. You know what Miss Lyford is?
Hold on, but we probably won't be going to Barcelona. Whoever goes, just because there's been a lot of attacks there lately. And I looked at them and I'm like, I just want to go to Barcelona, Madrid, and then I want to go to Italy, Rome. I want to
go to Rome because in Rome.
the Colosseum. That's what I'm going to go for. You're not
Because-
allowed to fly drones, so.
Longnecker said, I don't think, he said, none of you guys in your lifetime will ever see the Colosseum. I want to raise enough money where I can go to Rome and see the Colosseum.
It's okay. You want to know what Walt
Love
said?
history.
You want to know what Walt said?
said?
Walt said an average person goes to 8 states in their lifetime. I'm over here counting California, Oregon, Arizona.
Can I say that?
Yeah. Nevada. I wasn't really living it. Nevada, Chicago, Michigan, and I'm over here like, I already got 6, and he's like, how do you already have that many? And I'm like, Katrina, little vacation trips. How do you
I've been
not?
to New Mexico, Arizona, Texas. Wait, hold on. Let's start from California, Nevada, New Mexico, Texas, Arizona.
Haven't you been to Oregon?
Yeah, I believe so. We've been to Oregon, and we've been to Oklahoma. That's 7. I need one more.
Then you already passed your lifetime, well, the average of what people get. And like, he's talking about like average, like grown-ups. And I'm over here like, I already went to that many.
I'm 15, and I've been to 7 states. So, I mean,
I've been to a state when I was 4, because we went to Reno to Circus when I was 4. And I was over here like, ugh.
I've been to states when I was a baby.
Oh, if you travel with us, I think you're gonna have a hell of a time. So you wanna know what we do? I don't know if your family does this. Like to Disney, okay? 10 hour drive, okay? Leave at 4 in the morning, like 4:30.
That's what my dad does.
We wake up at 4. You guys can sleep in the car. The person who's in front has to stay awake because they are the navigator. So like I'll normally sit in back and I'll stay awake while my brother's in front, but he'll have his phone talking and when my mom doesn't understand it, I have mine on and I'm like, oh, it's this word. Take that. When everyone's, and like once it hits 5:30, the Starbucks opens up. The Starbucks opens at 5. we got this covered. We already tracked this all down. And then, so, she would stop at Starbucks, and, like, if I was awake, because I normally don't fall back to sleep, I would go get a Starbucks. Then I would go up and drink. She would give me a towel. And by the time it was 8 o'clock, everyone else would wake up, stop at McDonald's. You get something, get a drink, drive. One bathroom break. One. So if someone says they have to pee, we stop, and everyone pees. And we also bring our own toilet paper because we like that toilet paper. And then by the time we get there, it'll be around 12. And we get the hotel. We hang in the hotel for an hour, and we sleep. So I feel like you would die.
That's how my family does it.
We get one bathroom stop, and sometimes, like, if we go through the driveway at McDonald's, sometimes when we go through the driveway at, like, McDonald's and it's, like, slow, she says people, like, will be in the drive-thru, she'll be like, get out, go to the bathroom. But I stay awake the whole drive. I sleep for 30 minutes, and that's it. Because I can't sleep in cars.
Let's see. On the way from here to Texas, we got 2 bathroom stops.
That's not
a
that
day.
Far. That's not that far.
From here to Texas, that's 36 hours in a car, non-stop.
That can't be 36.
Yeah, it's 36.
It's because it was gonna take my brother. It was gonna take my brother 2 days to get to Omaha.
It takes 36 hours because we're at the top of California and we're going to the top of Texas.
Yeah, so you guys probably have to go a weird way.
We go from bottom. We go from top to bottom, down to.
Why'd you go that way?
Because that's the route my mom and dad know.
They didn't use navigation?
No, my mom and dad don't do that stuff.
My brother, because when my brother went from here to Omaha, it took him a day and a half. And it was supposed to take 2 to 3 days.
Omaha,
Nebraska. And it was supposed to take 2 to 3 days. He did it in a day and a half because he drove all the way night. He stopped in Cheyenne, which is halfway there, which is pretty good for like from 6 o'clock.
Well, if you're a good driver and you can like focus on the road nonstop and you can handle it, then that's my
he was
dad.
gonna continue going. He's like,
It took 1 day for him to get to from Texas to here.
He was like 3/4 almost there, and then my grandma's like, you need to pull over now. Stop at the next hotel. You need to get a sleep. So he slept, woke up at 4 in the morning, drove the rest of the way, hung out the rest of that day, stayed the night at a hotel in Omaha since on the Navy base you can't stay there. And then he woke up, hopped on a 6 a.m. flight back here.
So he was only there to drive you guys there?
He drove Katrina's truck there. Like when Katrina, over spring break, when Katrina comes back, he is taking the truck. She's buying a car. They're driving that car back to My dad says, why don't you go see Brandon's family first since they're in Omaha and Brandon's family lives in Michigan. It would be like a shorter drive. And then she's like, I want to see if the truck will make it this far away. And then my dad's like, do you want the truck? Like, to me? And I'm like, if Katrina will let me, I'll take the truck. But Katrina's like, no, the truck's broken. I think it's going to get totally, like, I think it's, like, about to, like, be nonstop broken. And then my brother's like, no, that's because you don't know how to fix it. So, like, when my brother, it gets back here, my brother's going to fix it all up, and I might get the truck. I said I was fine with the base in it. And it could technically hold 5, but since it's a small Dodge,
That's not bad.
and it has a,
2 seats in front, 3 in back.
yeah, except for with the base in it, it covers a seat and a half, so there's like 3 people can basically sit in the car. And there's a camper shell in the back, so like if you ever go camping, like Steven did this with that truck, he stuck a mattress in the back so everyone else slept in tent, and him and someone slept in the whatever.